He's beginning to believe.
Hello and welcome to my channel, hoping a pleasant day. And today I'm wearing a very oversized shirt, but that is not important until today's video. But what I have got today is my latest pickups, because as it says in the title, and not a huge amount this week, but decent enough where it sort of warrants a video, and hopefully we can stretch this to a little bit more than 5 minutes, because I don't know, it just makes it feel a little bit less when it's less than that amount of time. So yeah, let's get straight on with it. So the first three I got are actually from H&V, and weirdly enough, they actually arrived all at the same time. So I'm not sure how that happened, but it just sort of did. And first up is an absolute classic. And when I say classic, a classic zombie film, and I bet you can't guess what it is. So it is Zombie Flesh Eaters. And yeah, I actually gave the transfer a watch the other day. I'm actually recording this on the Friday, and so I watched it on the Thursday night. And it's a decent transfer. I was going to get the Blue Underground release, but I never bothered in the end. And luckily enough, I did. I'm happy I didn't, because I managed to get this, score this. And it's weird. There's like a bit of a grain structure until you get to about halfway through the film, and then it just sort of disappears, and the rest of the image is just really clear. So I'm not sure how that works, but it just sort of did. Maybe it's something to do with the transfer itself when it was filmed at the time, or it's just I don't know, maybe they just mess up on the transfer, who knows. But no, it looks good regardless, even at the beginning with the boat and everything. So yeah, brilliant. And a lovely image on the front there, as you can see. It actually makes me cringe even to this day. And yeah, it's a beautiful looking release. People were saying on Facebook, well, it doesn't have the rigid box for some reason, even though you can see it clearly does. The classic sort of hardboard, I don't know what it is, sort of thick card or whatever. But yeah, it's nice, and I do like the slip cover on this as well. You know, especially with the really disturbing image on the front, sort of goes well with the rest of it. So yeah, that is what I got first up. Second is of course another classic. That is for Jaws the 50th anniversary. So I got this because I just like to look at the steelbook, to be honest. And of course, it comes with a documentary as well, which is actually on a separate disc versus usually it being on one of the Blu-rays or something. But no, it's a beautiful looking release, and the documentary itself is actually 4 hours and 15 minutes. So if I get like a whole day or something, it'll probably take me that long to watch it anyway. So yeah, it's about the length of a Lord of the Rings film, so that's absolutely crazy. It does even say on the back, you've got a separate little thing right up about it for the documentary. I think you can sort of see that, I'm not entirely sure, but it's just, it depends if the camera's actually going to focus on it. So yeah, Steven Spielberg shares an authorised look inside the story of Jaws in this documentary. So yeah, I might actually give that a watch at some point if I've got like a day off. You need a bigger boat, cheap Brody. I don't know why they've sort of placed that like how it would be if it was like a review from a company. But yeah, I really like the look of this, and it is very glossy. I think you can sort of see that out on the camera. But yeah, beautiful looking release, really is. Yeah, get that watched at some point. Next up is a film I actually watched at the cinema, and of course that is Final Destination Bloodlines. Really enjoyed it. So I was really excited to actually get it on 4K, because I literally pre-ordered this the second I actually got out the cinema seeing it. I enjoyed it that much. But I don't know why, I think I was expecting a little bit more from the steelbook, like some embossing, because from the image it did like there was going to be like a border effect, but obviously there wasn't. But yeah, anyway, it's a nice looking steelbook, and there is the back, so you've got the screenshots from the film and everything. So yeah, I'm very happy. And you've got the late Tony Todd there, who, you know, unfortunately is not with us, but he gives a really good final performance as he does and everything. But yeah, I can't recommend it enough. I would say it's probably my favourite in the series, probably this and the second film. So I enjoyed it that much, really did. I think it's warranted its score, because I think it's got like a 6.8 or 9, which I think is very well deserved. So next up is, of course, something I bought from King of Seal Media quite a while ago. I bought this along with the Bond box set. They were doing like a 40% off voucher, and I think with this, if you combine the posters and everything, I actually paid £17.39, and that is of course for plain. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I watched it on Amazon Prime a few months back, really enjoyed it, and lucky enough I managed to get the steelbook ridiculously cheap. As I said, £17.39. This is usually going for probably about £45 on eBay alone, you know, sealed. So it's a decent price, I think. So I might get this opened up at some point, do a video on it, and of course show off the code. So hopefully one of the viewers use that. So yeah, I'm very happy, and that is the back. So you can look at technical aspects or anything, you can. And yeah, decent looking steelbook. What else can I say about that? And I think with the bomb box set, everything together with postage, everything, I think I paid about £78 50 or something. It was something like that. So really cheap. So yeah, next up, the last two things I actually got are actually from eBay, and of course it's from a classic, another one, and that is Grave of the Fireflies. So yeah, I don't know how I would actually rate this in sort of my favourite of Studio Ghibli, but probably quite high, probably like top 3 or 4. So and it is a very good film. Even if you're not a big fan of animation films, I think you would quite enjoy this. I picked this up on eBay for about £39, which compared to the other prices, I think opened are usually going for about 70 anyway. So yeah, it's just got like a little nick just there. I think if you can sort of make that out. And the steelbook itself, yeah, looks very nice. And that's the inside with the disc and everything, which is always handy. So yeah, £39, can't complain. I think I've got a few more to pick up from the collection. I think I've got Spirited Away, that's the most expensive one, and I think there was another one, My Neighbour Totoro, I can't remember how you say it. But yeah, I've got a few more to pick up, so hopefully I'll get those for a good price at some point. And of course, I've saved the best for last, and that is for Saving Private Ryan. So this is the HD Zeta lenticular full slip thing, and you can actually pick up a box set with this in it, and I think that comes with 3 slips. I think 2 normal slips, one to 4K, and the other one is a just like a big book or something like you did in the Aquaman set. But yeah, I really like the lenticular on this. As you can see, the soldier in the background sort of grows. The seller I bought this from was threw in the protector for nothing, which I thought was really nice, and yeah, I think it was decent. So I did, this was originally going for about £45. I sent a message to the seller saying, you know, could you give me a little bit off? And it was like, he got back to me in like no time and pretty much just said, yeah, I can do that. So I ended up spending about £41, which I thought was a great price for what I got, and especially for that lenticular. This is the Blu-ray edition, not the 4K, but still, I'm not going to complain at all. I don't actually own the film. So yeah, beautiful. And that is everything I got this week. So it's a lot more quality over quantity. I nearly got that the wrong way around. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. So yeah, I think it's been a decent amount this week. So yeah, as usual, I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you again. Goodbye.